Alright, looks like I have a game. And I don't actually know what the time settings are. 15 seconds a move. That is not what I expected. Alright, so I'm accidentally playing a blitz game. That's exciting. That's what I get for not checking my settings, I guess. Huge mistake on my part. I'm actually really bad at anything blitzy. Alright, I don't think I need to respond to that. So let's go over here. Make some kind of Sonrense-ish thing. Do I kick that? No, let's come down underneath. Okay. Let's block up top. Boy, this thing where I'm accidentally playing a blitz game is definitely not what I expected. Am I winning this fight? Oh dear. I guess if I die horribly early on, at least I'm not committed to it. Alright, I go here, he has to connect, or he dies. And once he does that, I have more liberties, I think. So I should win this fight, I think. Ooh, yeah, it's fine. Yep, I need to run this group out. Let's do that this way. And now, let's see. I can capture this. No, I can't. Okay, well, this is some sort of bad trade, but so it goes. I guess it's not terrible. I have a okay corner for myself. And let's go somewhere else.
You do realize you're applying.
That's fine. You can have one stone. I can have Sente. Okay, that's a strange. Well, I guess he's trying to kill these. That's cool. We'll just run out. Yes, of course you'll wedge in. Am I dead?
10, 9,
Let's try to not be dead at least.
10,
Yeah, this is okay. It is an ugly group, but it is a not dead ugly group, so it's got that going for it, which is nice. Okay.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
What does that move do? That move does nothing.
8,
I can Tanuki that.
6,
Um,
4.
let's take that one. All right, my opponent has helped me get out. So thank you, opponent.
9, 8, 7.
Yeah, so for those who just showed up in the chat, I accidentally played a blitz game. So this is fun and something that I'm completely terrible at. I
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
don't need to respond to that. Yeah, so I had put on a blitz game because I was curious. There was somebody who had a bot on OGS, so I was playing the bot but didn't want to waste a lot of time playing a bot, so I put it on blitz and forgot to fix my time settings.
9, 8,
So that's just great.
6.
All right, that does not need a response.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
What? What is this?
10, 9, 8.
Can I Hane?
9.
I can Hane, I think. I do need to be careful about
10.
this group. Okay. Once
10,
again, I can
9,
Tanuki.
8, 7, 6.
I think at this point, black just wants to fight everything, which is fine. Whoops, that was a mistake. Because I need to save this group. I think it's okay.
10, 9,
I lose some
7,
territory.
4, 3, 2.
These stones over here might die. Not sure.
10, 9.
Should be enough space for them, I think. Unless I screw up, of course, which is not unheard of.
9.
What?
10, 9, 8.
Yeah, playing life or death problems is something that I'm quite terrible at doing in blitz time.
10, 9, 8.
So I will probably die some terrible way here in this corner. Maybe not. Even if I do, I have a lot of potential over here.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Ask my opponent if I can cut him off. Yep, that does defend against that, huh? That's okay. Because he still has to fix.
9, 8, 7, 6,
I
4,
kind of can't
3,
cleanly block here, but we'll try it anyways. Okay.
9, 8,
He's gonna try and cut these off.
4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Okay.
10,
Okay, so now he has a dumb looking
10,
group that has to be running.
8, 7, 6.
So preventing the bamboo joint is a good shape sort of move.
10,
Is that dangerous?
8.
I mean, a little bit dangerous. How about I connect? Whoa, double Atari.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Sure. Okay, good. Yep, he did fix that. He did have to.
10,
We'll take that. That's a free move. And now he's got to run to this group. So
7, 6, 5.
let's kind of loosely encircle. It's not that loose, actually. If I had more time to read, I would be tempted to play out here.
10, 9.
That's fine. You can have one eye.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Okay. Somehow I won. So that was exciting, if slightly accidental. I don't know that it's even worth reviewing this game because Blitz games are just so not like I'm not playing my best to begin with, so kind of what's the point? Yes, I did basically catch a big dragon. This was clearly a local loss for me, although I do kind of sort of end in Sente, so I get to play a big move over here. My opponent in general is just like trying to fight everything, so all I'm thinking is this group over here is now alive, so I don't even care that he can play here and catch one stone. It's only worth 1 point. It gives me Sente to make this group stronger. This move is very loosely trying to corral these stones, but as we saw, I kind of am able to fight my way out of here. In a normal non-blitz game, I would be quite sad about this at this point because black has a big wall over here. But black was very much about just trying to make little, start these little fights that don't actually go anywhere. And so I just keep getting to play big points and getting some potential over here on the sides. Like, this is nothing. It doesn't threaten killing anything, so I get to take another big move here. Here, final respond once. Save this. And this actually, keeping these two groups apart was good for the fight that did end up happening. Everything else, you know, there's this stuff in the corner. I get to keep playing big points. He gets to keep taking 1 or 2 points at a time. And really, once I make sure this group is okay, then this black stuff is definitely in danger of counterattack because all the stones around here are mine. And so after I make that corner not die and get time to come back here and start playing over here, he's now in a lot of trouble. It's now him that's being chased. And he resigns after we are reasonably sure that we're killing him. All right, let me play an actual game with like sensible time controls. Let's do, I'll say 30 minutes of main time, but try to be faster than that. But talking makes me go more slowly anyways. All right. We'll see who we get, if anyone. Yes, I titled this Go Fall because it's officially fall today here in Boston. It's the first day I'm wearing jeans, so it counts as fall. Surprised we're waiting this long for a game. I guess people do like shorter games, so I could go back and make it a 20-minute game. Let's do that. Yeah, okay, weird. The challenges page said that I had 43 seconds Byo-Yomi, which doesn't make any sense at all, because that is totally correct at 30. Yeah, boy, there's an 11Q who wants a blitz game, but nope. And a 10K who also wants a blitz game, nope. So we'll just wait a while, hopefully somebody will challenge. And feel free to speak up in chat if you are watching with, you know, how long you've been playing Go, what your rank is, etc. I know I have a couple people watching who are reasonably new to Go. But for all I know, I've also got people watching who are like, you know, 6 Dan and laughing at me. All right, so we have a 9Q opponent. And let's start off with this. Okay, is it mirror go time? Minimax says I play 9x9 poorly. That is fine. That is a great way to start to play Go. Can I kick this? This feels very... feels like a very strange time to do that. I really don't know how I'm supposed to respond to that. But this feels pretty strong since I already have a stone here. Because now white can't easily make a base for these two stones and has to go do something. All right, it's fighting times. Main things I'm looking at are coming out like this, or shoulder hitting, or counter pincering this way. If I do that, he may come on top. So we'll do this first. Kind of expecting, nope. All right. Do I just defend the corner this way? Do I come on top? We'll go defend the corner and threaten to kind of scoop out some of the base space here. Yep, it is probably time to make sure this group is strong and keeping these two groups apart. White may, yeah. I don't really need to connect there because I've got this. So if I go here, he can push, I can connect. It's kind of dangerous. I should probably do something like this. When do we Tanuki? Well, often we Tanuki when the opponent makes a move that doesn't threaten the life or death of anything. Which... like for a while here, I'm tempted to keep playing moves over here just because I should be able to make some profit by harassing these weak white groups. So now I'm expecting white. Yeah, okay. White makes a bamboo joint, which is nice and strong, but not great in terms of eyes. I wonder, can white connect underneath? I feel like moving down here is reasonably strong just to make sure we keep white separated. Okay, now that's fine. I'm happy to start boxing in stuff over here. So if I connect here, white can cut off. Like this is the move that I'm most afraid of in some sense. can block here, white can disconnect. Maybe I just sacrifice those 2 stones and have a big outside. Yep, that is fine. If you want to take those 2 stones, I will go play somewhere else. Where do I go though? So white gets a corner, but I get this nice big potential space here that's going to be challenging for white to invade. And then I'm going to come and prevent white from getting anything too huge here by approaching this corner. We're playing an enemy space, so let's be reasonably tight here. Connect the groups. You mean this group over here and this group up here? Oh, maybe we'll connect the groups. Yes, maybe touchy-fishy. Do I have to be concerned about that? I don't think I have to be concerned about that. So let's come back and play something like this. Can we fight this? I mean, we always can. The question is it a good idea or do I just want to play somewhere else? I feel like playing on the outside, assuming my opponent will protect here. Oh, no. All right, so my opponent is probably afraid of me making a bunch of stuff here in the center. That is totally fine. And where exactly do I want to play? The center is not really immediately worth defending, so let's keep them separated. And this formation here is nice and efficient. Like these stones are far apart, but are going to be reasonably hard to cut through. let's go ahead and do I run this group out? Do I peep first? Feel like let's treat this reasonably lightly and we can use this to reduce later. There are forcing moves like here, here, but we don't really need to play those yet. Now I'm tempted to take something in here. Yeah, if white wants to, yep, cut, that's pretty okay. Because I'm stronger in kind of this immediate area, it would be nice if I had this ladder, but I don't right now. But I think we can do that. And have to be careful about that cut. I think that's more important than losing these 3 stones if it comes down to it. They'll have some nice Aji if nothing else. And he doesn't care about killing them immediately, apparently, so let's go ahead and come up here. Yep, that is a sensible shape point there. He can kill off that 1 stone, that's fine. Kind of makes my shape look stupid, but so it goes. He is going to need to OM move over here. If he now takes this just to capture this 1 stone, I think that's going to give white more problems than solutions. Okay, yep, he did take the move there. I'm trying to keep my cutting stones here and make at least some territory over here. The cost is, yeah, he's going to be able to make some stuff down here. Might as well take this forcing move, I think. Actually, this might be stronger, just to keep blocking off this whole area. Can I Hane here? If white cuts, I think the ladder just works. So that's okay. We'll connect here. Okay, this is a little bit dangerous. It's not the worst, but I have to be careful about this group and this group. Wonder if I just Atari this way. At this point, if I lose these 4 stones, it's not the end of the world. So I'm willing to just give those up if he wants to come back and kill them. Can I get any additional free stuff out of this? Can certainly threaten to connect. So sure. Give up 4 stones, but get 2 free moves. It's kind of okay. I do still have this weakness over here, which I'll want to fix at some point. Okay, so white captured 4 stones, but I have Sente. And where do I play right now? I need to make sure this group has life. So let's come down here. And then let's see, I guess I should have taken some of these forcing moves earlier because they're now not that forcing since this group is alive. So we'll just play this. This might be Gote, but my opponent will probably respond. Okay. He wants to capture 1 stone. That is fine. That is not really worth losing Sente over. So on the one hand, I feel like I should be counting. On the other hand, I feel like there's no way white could have this many points. So maybe I just solidify my position and make some, I guess I have some forcing moves. I can do that. I can do a monkey jump. My opponent doesn't fix here. Yeah, okay, good. So I got all that in Sente. That's pretty nice. That That's a somewhat big move, but it's not Sente. This feels Sente-ish. If my opponent has a bigger move. Nope, my opponent doesn't really seem to be poking at some places we could be poking at here. It's a very strange game because I'm usually quite terrible at endgame, but this is going very well for me right now. I think a lot of these moves, like there, that was only worth 1 point. My opponent probably should do something about all this. Yeah, exactly. White seems... I seem like I'm way ahead and I don't have anything that's very weak. So we'll see. I can always make giant endgame mistakes. That is definitely a thing I have done before and will continue doing. But really, white, yeah, it needs to like invade or something. And I don't think there's enough Aji to do any significant or somethinging over here right now. I do have to worry about these groups do not have a very strong shape. Okay, so if I block this off, my opponent can try to cut here. Can I then save these? I could do this. That could get dangerous down here. I think it's more important that I preserve this being connected. And if white wants to come in here a little bit, I can fall back, as it were. So white's getting some reducing in, but I feel like white should have done this sooner. Like before I had all these additional stones here. Now I have to be careful. So if I Atari here, he comes here, I fix here. That seems safe enough. Like he may be able to catch these 2 stones, but I'm okay with that. Yes, there's going to be potentially a double Atari here. But I think if I come down here, can't play here. He can play here. I can connect. And there's still no Atari, I think. Even so, if I have to give up these 2 stones, I don't care. I do have to worry if he can make a living group over here, however. But that should be hard, especially now that all this is connected. All right. How do I kill?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
I really kind of want to play here.
4, 3, 2, 1.
But then can I be cut off? It just seems a little bit dangerous. All we need to do is stop eyes. So let's just come down here. All right, can I Hane? Not really. So we'll come up like this. I think now I can Hane. One problem could be my opponent has 13 minutes left and I'm in Byo-Yomi, so I don't have as much time to think as I might like. My audio is a bit quiet. All right, well, I will try fixing that when I'm not thinking.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Oh, that's, well, is that a problem? Well, we'll find out. Better take that one. Let's see.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, so if I go here, white can't... I was concerned about this double Atari, but that's not even a thing. Because he's putting himself into Atari if he plays here. Rostafarian says it's alive. That could very well be the case. But things are always alive conditional on the opponent playing correctly, which you never know. Do I need to connect that?
10, 9, 8.
I guess now the double Atari is a thing. Whoops. All right, that's fine. We'll keep doing this. So he can fix that, but then this group is dead, so that was all kind of for nothing, unless this does something over here that I'm not seeing. Might be a shortage of liberty problem with my group here. But no, it's okay, because I have an eye here and I have an eye down here, so should be fine. What? You trying to make a co?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So I need to be careful about this connection. Maybe. But I don't think it's a big deal, because if white pushes in here... Okay, so now white descends there.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Opponent says misclick. I kind of don't know that I believe people who say that.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Like, the last time I was streaming, I was nice to an opponent who said misclick, but let's not do that this time. Because clicking properly is a thing that matters. Was that a problem? Did I just cause myself anguish? I don't think so. I feel like I either get to connect up here or take this. And that is only one eye, right? if it's even an I. All right, so I killed something and win. If that was honestly a misclick, I feel a little bit bad about it, but my opponent had like 10 minutes left on the clock, so I think it's on the opponent to click the right place. Let's see, is there anything to review for this game? I don't know what to do in this situation. If there's anybody on chat who is stronger than me and has suggestions for what to do to this, I just kicked it, which feels okay. But I'm not really sure if this follow-up makes sense or if I should instead just place something down here. In the actual game, my opponent went and counter-pincered this way. And I was reasonably happy with this state of affairs at this point because my opponent has one group with a base, but it's undercut, and another group without a base, and I have a reasonably strong group right in between them, which is usually a recipe for making a lot of stuff. My opponent kind of fixes this side, so let's go and do some stuff on the other side. And here, like, clearly this was a mistake because I was thinking this was fine because I can connect here, but I kind of can't really. Or maybe I can. I guess this is fine. I did not read that out correctly in the game, or maybe there was something else I was concerned about. Right, like this seems okay for me actually. Like I guess it does mean that white gets to squirt out here, but I don't lose my cutting stones. This group might have some problems though, and that's kind of too big to give up at this point. Although maybe instead of that, maybe I come and do something like this or this. I don't know. But in the actual game, fine, we'll just give up those 2 stones and take Sente to play elsewhere. I'm not sure that this is actually... Yeah, so I approach this corner. White comes back to secure taking these 2 stones. So these 2 groups are now nice and strong, but I do get 2 moves in on this corner and try to use that to make this big space, which ended up turning into points, although I think only because my opponent made a mistake. This I'm somewhat unhappy with just because white gets so much space in the corner. So I don't know, I could Tanuki and go here. Right, like maybe I sacrifice the stone, but you know, play a normalish Joseki or something like that here. I don't really know. Similarly, this fight here, I wasn't really sure. You know, I feel like I can go in deep and do this. But I don't know. I don't like the look of this because I feel like if I'm going to pressure this group, I need to keep it apart from this group. And then, you know, this stone is pretty sad down here. So that's why I decided to approach higher. And I think that ended up turning out okay for me because this effectively functioned as a reduction on white getting any really big area over here. You know, and this was kind of a trade in which, you know, I could have given up these 3 stones and tried to pressure more on my opponent's 3 stones. Here I think this is a mistake, right? I don't care this much about this 1 stone, so letting me connect so easily here is actually kind of nice. So he gives me this nice wall. He does then get to come back and start running this group back. But really all these moves are just giving me more potential territory over here. And I feel like if he was going to invade, the right time to do it is before playing all these forcing moves and forcing me to get stronger on the inside, right? Like, if he wants to, maybe that one's not good. If he wants to try and live, I feel like, something now is maybe a little bit more likely to succeed. Although I guess in the game, he did at least get kind of force me to make a choice. So here again, I decide to give up these 4 stones because they're not really vital to anything anymore. Like, this side is probably alive. This side is connected here. These 4 stones were cutting stones, but they're no longer cutting apart 2 weak groups. So I was just okay to let them die and as compensation get a little bit more connection between my random stones out here. Then yeah, I think a lot of this, so I have Sente and I'm playing these endgame moves, and my endgame is terrible, but I feel like my opponent was just kind of following me around everywhere, so I got to do a reasonable amount of reduction here. And then eventually at this point, my opponent decides, oh hey, I should start pushing in on this big area. And maybe this move, this E15, is a mistake, because I feel like if I just do something like this, there's much less Aji to come in here and do anything like my opponent did in the game. Maybe it means that this is a little bit dangerous, but again, I think I can just live in this corner here and live separately in this giant open area. And even if, white gets this as some kind of reduction, at some point he's going to owe a move back here, right? Okay, well this sequence is not working out well for me. But my point is, I feel like defending this is actually smaller than defending this, so that was probably a mistake. And then this invasion happens. And I'm not sure, maybe at this point, rather than connecting there, can I just do this? I didn't feel I had time to read this out in game, right? So this captures these 4 stones, but I feel like I can give up those 4 stones and still win, right? So white has to take them now or connect here. So if that's all he takes, maybe now I'm not winning. I don't really know. Right, score estimator doesn't do what I want. And analyze where I was. Anyways, I'd have to count, and I guess part of the problem is I did not have time to count at this point, so I didn't know exactly how much I could give up. But yeah, the other move I was looking at here was this, but I was afraid of that getting cut off. But maybe I shouldn't be, because it's not clear how white can kill this. Right, like white can't Hane here, because then this whole thing is just dead. So what does white do in this situation? Right, right, it doesn't feel there's anything. So I think my mistake is I probably could have killed more cleanly by playing here. And there might be some other sequence for white that works better than what I'm doing. Whoops. But it seems like white has a hard time here because I have just enough forcing moves to be ahead on this capture race by a move. Right, like white doesn't make any eyes here. I've now connected all of this and have at least one eye, so this should just die. And there's no weakness over here, or really any Aji. I mean, white can try and independently live over here, but I don't think that's going to survive. Anyways, that's my self-analysis. If you're stronger than me and disagree with any of it, please speak up in chat. Otherwise, I will hang on a few seconds here and then probably stop streaming. And thank you everybody for watching. Feel free to follow me or whatever it's called on Twitch. I'm reasonably new to this whole streaming thing, so I will try and do what Minimax said and fix my microphone, listen to the audio afterwards, and see if I can make myself louder somehow. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.